Hey guys, Liz here. So if you follow me on Instagram, you might remember me posting about the passing of my beloved cat, Tommy Boy. Well, I'm just gonna get into it. This is awkward. So Saturday night, our roommate has some friends over. A few of his friends are in and out of the house pretty often. Whenever we have company over, we're very adamant about telling people to close the door behind them because our cat Tommy is notorious for taking off. He loves going outside and he'll just jet any chance he gets. Come time Sunday morning, I wake up to feed the cats. And I thought it was strange because usually when the cats hear their food like clinging in the bowl, especially Tommy, he comes running out like he's so excited to eat, and he didn't show up. He's usually the first one in the kitchen. So I started searching the house for him, looked inside the bedrooms, underneath the bed, and closets, rooms, the garage. He was nowhere to be found. Red flags weren't going off yet because there's been times where I can't find him. He's just like hiding under the bed or something. I just didn't see him before. Even if he was somewhere he was hiding where I can't see him, he would have came out to eat once he heard that food. So I start to make my rounds outside. I bring the bowl of food with me and I start shaking it. Nothing. I check the porch, I check the backyard, I check the side of the house. Nothing. So now I start to check the street. We live on a busy street and it's always been my greatest fear that one of our cats get out and get hit by a car. Well, I check our street catty corner to us and I see a dead cat in the road, but it didn't like register. I just wrote it off. Nah, I'm not gonna go there. But you know, a few minutes go by and Tommy's still not showing up. So I approached the roadkill. I do not think it looks like Tommy. Then again, I didn't get close enough to really inspect it that well because I feel like first glance I should be able to tell my cat apart from another cat, you know? So I go in, I wake my boyfriend up and I'm like, babe, Tommy's nowhere to be seen. He didn't come to breakfast this morning. And he's like, oh crap, oh crap. So he does the same search I did inside the house, and then he goes outside, comes across the same dead animal in the street. He inspects it, doesn't think it's Tommy. So we wake up our roommate and one of his friends that had slept over from the night before. Like, did you see Tommy? Like, do you know if he got out? Do you remember seeing him before you crashed out? And they're like, yeah, he was here. And I'm like, nah, dude, like, something's not right. I can't find my boy. So we approach the animal together, and even together we don't recognize him. So we go back in the house and we consider maybe, you know, we should really take a closer look. You know, maybe at this point we're in denial, God forbid, but shoot, maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's really Tommy. So Darius this time goes to check out the cat in the road, and I stay behind. I just watch him. And I'm standing by the door, and then just all of a sudden he's like, it's Tommy, and I just start like, no, that's not him, no. So I run over there and I start really looking at it. I look at the face. He has Tommy's eyes, he has his nose, and he's a big cat. He's male to top it off. And this sounds funny, but even down to like the little furry balls, it looked like Tommy's. I think the reason why we thought it wasn't Tommy is because he looked a little too brown, but then we realized, oh, he's been in the dirt in the street and he's been run over probably more than one time. And he's just dirty. That's why he's not gray like Tommy. So I could make double sure I flipped over the poor thing, and when I flipped him over, the fur that hadn't been touched, I saw gray, and I just lost it. I start wailing. You know, this is our baby boy, our Tommy boy. I just wanted to get him out of the street. So I had my robe on. Can't believe I did this. I pulled down the sleeves and I pick up this animal, and he's already like stiff, and I'm just wailing. I'm devastated. And to prove a point, I brought the thing to the porch and I'm yelling, look at him, he's not even chubby anymore because they ran over him. Our roommate and his friend end up digging a grave for him in our backyard. It was hard. It was probably the most heartbroken I've ever been over the death of a pet. And to top it off, we felt so terrible for Willow, our Siamese cat. They had such a strong bond. They were inseparable. They were always cuddling and like giving each other baths, and you could tell she was like, where's my brother? Well, a couple days go by and we've already accepted, we've grieved. The worst, I think, had gone. So it's that following Tuesday night. I'm at home watching TV. I'm by myself and Darius is at work. Our roommate's cousin swings by and he's like, hey, Alyssa, just letting you know I'm gonna be chilling here for a little bit. Like an hour later, I get a knock on my door and he's like, Alyssa, Alyssa, Alyssa. I'm like, what? I open the door and he's like, dude, I just saw Tommy. I just saw Tommy right now. He's outside. And I just freeze. I'm like, what's this dude talking about? Like, what kind of sick joke is this? Dude, you saw his ghost. I'm thinking he literally just saw his ghost. Like, no, you didn't see my cat. He's dead. We buried him. He's like, no, I was out here smoking on the porch. And all of a sudden I hear a meow and I look over and I see Tommy like peeking around the corner. I get up to try and like catch him and he ran away, like he ran to the backyard. We check the backyard, still nothing. I still think this guy's full of shit. Or like maybe he ran back to the front because Tommy knows we have a dog in the backyard and Tommy's a smart boy. So we go back to the front and I hear meows. Meow, meow. Meows that are like asking for help kind of thing, you know, like sad meows. And I'm like, oh my god, it's coming from the next door neighbor's yard. So we prop ourselves up on their fence and I look down and lo and behold, there's my Tommy boy looking up at me. Meow, meow. Like he needs help. Like maybe he got stuck in there. He couldn't like jump back over into our yard. He's a big boy. He's got some LBs on him. So I immediately run to the next door neighbor's front door and I start knocking, ringing his doorbell. He opens and I'm like, I'm so sorry to disturb you, but my cat, whom I thought was dead, is in your yard. Can I please come and get him? And he's like, yeah, sure, go handle. I go through the house into the backyard and where Tommy is, there's like a little like sidewalk space along the side of the house and he's like at the very front of the house and I approach the back of it and I just squat down. I'm like, hi baby, hi. And I open my arms and he runs to me so fast. A cat, like a little dog, he ran to me, or like a baby, into my arms. I just held him so tight, bursting out crying. I've never felt such relief and such happiness in my whole life. I felt like I was holding a zombie cat or like a ghost or something. So I call Darius and I give him the good news and he's like, I knew it, I had a feeling. And I'm like, you were the one that confirmed that it was Tommy dead in the streets. So yeah guys, we have our cat back. A lot of people sent their condolences. This whole time I've been like, dude, how do I address it? Like it would take too long to like text each and every person and explain what happened. So I figured, no, I have to make a video about this because we're gonna be telling this story for a long time. I really hope Tommy had the time of his life out there because he put us through hell. Oh, and not to mention, I picked up a dead roadkill cat in the middle of the road in my arms, stiff and all. Yeah. No! He's all hard. He was all hard. No. Oh, not my best moment. Not my best. But here he is, alive and well, still kicking. You want to tell us about your little journey in the wilderness? How'd you survive out there, huh? I'm honestly impressed he survived out there with no food or anything. Maybe people fed him, or maybe he hunted. Don't ever do that to us again, okay? Never, 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 never. Okay, he hates being held now. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed my story on how we buried my cat and he came back from the dead. And so sorry again to the people we may have misled. I promise we weren't trying to. Keep your cats safe and locked up because they will take off. And I hope you guys are staying safe out there during this crazy ass time. Shit, I hope he was staying safe out there. What if he has... I'm stupid. This guy. Okay guys, I never do story time, so I'm not sure how to close this. Say bye, Tommy. So Tommy died on Easter Sunday, so we decided to take some cascarones, which are like empty hard shell eggs with like confetti in them, and we broke all the confetti over his grave. And then I like took his collar and I like hung it on like a little twig on a tree like over his grave. But you know what? A fur baby got a proper burial. So I'm glad we did that. Poor thing. I'm still sad for the other cat. Aw. Rest in peace, little man. You look like Tommy. Travieso! Look at that face. Hey. Yeah? He's ashamed. Ashamed.